Hello, Assalamu alaikum student. This is your teacher Azka, and today I am going to solve um, O levels IGCSE Business Studies paper, and this is your latest paper. As you can see, this is my June 2024, and we have 1 hour 30 minutes to solve. So first of all, I just recommend you that if you didn't read this case study, so first of all read the case study, and after that, just pause this video and you will be able to understand that what I have written, like whatever the content points I have written in the answer. So only in that case you can come to know. So that first of all, just read this case study. So this is the case study of James Jewelry. So first of all, read it and open its question paper. So this is the question paper. Um, so we have these questions first of all. So I have already solved all these questions here. Okay. So first of all, what was our first question? In yeah. So our first question is that explain two reasons why setting business objective is important to JJ. So first of all, you have to write the reason one and reason two, and this would be your knowledge marks. And after that, you will be writing application plus analysis. So it will be giving you the other marks. So 4 marks for this and 4 marks for this. So you will be having total 8 marks to complete this question. So we know that there are different business objectives for business. There is profit maximization, increasing market share, and increasing dividend for your shareholders, and profit satisfying and survival, and there are different other business objectives. So now we have to explain that what are the two reasons behind that, like why JJ for JJ, why it is important to set a business objective. So we have to describe the reason. We have to explain the reasons that why the businesses mostly set the objectives for their business. So we know that objectives are very important. These are very essential. For example, if you are an O-level student, and if you don't have any objective in your life, that whether you want to get A star or maybe A in business studies or maybe in any other subject, accounting and economics, so how you will be having a kind of direction and focus on your studies? You will not be having any kind of direction. You will not have be any kind of routine to study your content points and solving the past papers. So you will not be having any kind of direction that in which direction you have to move forward. You don't know about it. So that's why setting objective is very important for business and for the persons also. But this question is for the business, and that's why we are going to see that why it's important for business to set objectives. Okay, so the first reason I have written is direction and focus. Yes. Setting business objectives is very important. It will be giving you a kind of a sense of direction and focus. So business objectives provide a clear direction for JJ. So just make sure that use the business name again and again. And this is also the part of your application. So guiding decision making and aligning efforts across the company. Yes, of course. It's very important because if you don't have any objective, if DJ don't have any objective, doesn't have any objective, so it means that they will not know that what type of decision they should make, and how like they don't know that for which objective they should put efforts. So it's very important. So for instance, JJ's objective to expand helps prioritize growth related activities. So if maybe you just read the case study, so you will get to know that JJ's objective is that they want to expand. So such as launching new products and entering new markets. These are the ways, and by following these ways, you can grow, you can expand, ensuring that all departments work toward the same goals. And the second one is the performance measurements. So objectives help JJ track its progress. Yes. It's very important, because if you don't have any objectives, so it means that you can never measure your performance, that where you stand and what type of level you want, like how far away you are from your objectives. It's very important to measure your performance. So that's why this is also one more um reason to set objectives for JJ. So objectives help JJ track its progress and measure success. So for example, the goal of increasing profit each year gives the company a benchmark to evaluate, like in its a financial performance. And this allows JJ to assess whether its strategies like launching new products or improving operations are effective in the achieving profitability. So this is why it's important. Um, so let's see the second question. Okay, so we have the B part, and it's about that using Appendix 1 and other information considered on two new products JJ could produce. Which product could JJ choose? Justify your answer using break-even calculations. Okay, so we have to calculate break-even for product A and for product B, and at the end we will be talking about that which product JJ should produce. Okay, so to determine which product JJ should choose between product A, bracelet, and product B, ring, if you just see extract. We can compare their break-even points, and the break-even point is a number of units. I've written its definition first. That break-even point is the number of units that need to be sold to cover all cost, both fixed and variable. So the formula for calculating the break-even point would be this. Break-even point is equal to fixed cost divided by contribution, and contribution is equal to selling price minus variable cost per unit. So for calculating the break-even point for product A, we have the fixed cost, which is $50,000, selling price, which is 50, and variable cost, which is $25. So 50,000 divided by 50 minus 25, it means 25. So we have 2,000 number of units, which is break-even for the product A. And for product B, for the ring, the fixed cost is $50,000, the selling price is 120, and the variable cost is $40. So putting all the information in the formula. So fixed cost is 50 and selling price is 120 minus variable cost is 40. So 120 minus 40 is equal to 80. So this would be our contribution, and 50,000 divided by 80 is equal to 6,205 units. And now let's see that how much the forecasted sales per week, so we can get to know that which product would be more suitable for JJ to produce according to their profit. So now we are going to see the profit calculation. So after break even, to assess potential profitability, let's calculate the expected weekly profit beyond the break even point. So for product A, bracelet, um units beyond break even point was 2,500. I think they are producing, and 2,000 was the break even, so 500 units. So profit per unit is equal to 50 minus 25, it is $25. For if you just want to find out the weekly profit, so you have to multiply it with the total number of units beyond break even is 500. So 500 times 25, so you have $12,500 profit for product A. And similarly for product B, if you see, um that their break even was 625, but currently they are producing or selling 750, so 125 units, and profit per unit would be 120 minus 40 is equal to 80, and total weekly profit would be 125, which is units, and 80 would be profit per unit. So this is 10,000 number of $10,000. So according to the calculation, so product A has a higher expected profit of 12,500 per week compared to product B's profit of $10,000 per week, despite having a higher break-even point. So additionally, The forecasted sales of product A was 2,500 units are much higher than the product B, which is 750 units, indicating a potentially larger market demand. So I would recommend that they should choose product A bracelet as it offers higher forecasted sales and profit, making it more profitable option. Okay, so now let's see the other question. So we have this question number two. They have to explain two benefits and two limitations for JJ of employing part-time workers in its factory. So now this is very, very easy. So, okay, so benefits of employing part-time workers for JJ. So first benefit would be that there is a cost flexibility. So part-time workers allow JJ to manage labor cost more efficiently since part-time employees typically work fewer hours and may not receive full benefits compared to full-time employees. So JJ can save on wages and benefits, and this flexibility is especially useful during the periods of fluctuating demand, such as seasonal peaks or economic downturns. And a second advantage is that there would be increased workforce flexibility. So employing part-time workers provides JJ with the ability to adjust the staffing levels more easily. So when demand for jewelry increases, JJ can allocate more hours to part-time employees, and during slower periods, it can reduce their hours without the need of layoffs, and this helps JJ respond more dynamically to changes in production needs. And now it's limitations. So the first limitation would be less commitment and lower productivity for if they employ part-time workers. So part-time workers may not be as committed to the business of full-time employees, leading to a lower engagement and possibly lower productivity. So since they spend less time at the company, they may not develop the same level of skills, experience, or dedication to quality, which could affect the overall performance of the factory. And the second disadvantage will be training and management cost. So JJ may incur additional costs to in training part-time workers as they might need more supervision and retraining due to the limited hours they work. So managing schedules and coordinating shifts for a larger, more flexible workforce can also add complexity to operations, increasing administrative efforts and cost. Okay, so now let's see the other question. So we have the B part that consider the advantages and disadvantages of following three ways. JJ could promote its new product in country X and Y. Which way should JJ use? Justify your answer. So we have these three ways: advertising in fashion magazines, handing out leaflets in main city, and point of sale displays in shops. So we have to first of all discuss its pros and cons, and at the end we will be recommending one and justifying it that why. Okay, so the first thing for advertising in fashion magazines. So the first advantage is that there would be a target audience. So this is the first advantage that fashion magazines often attract readers who are interested in trends and style, making them an ideal medium to reach customers who are likely to be interested in JJ's jewelry. So I have written the three advantages. So whatever you want to write, you can write. But okay, but you only need to write one advantage and one disadvantage. So the second advantage is the wider reach. So fashion magazines often have a large circulation, giving JJ access to a broad audience across the country, including those who may not visit local shops. And third is brand association. So advertising in a well-known fashion magazine can enhance JJ's brand image by associating it with the high quality fashionable products. And the disadvantage. So first of all, there's a high cost. So magazine advertising can be expensive, especially for popular fashion magazines with wide circulation. And the number two is delayed results. So magazine publishing cycles are typically monthly, meaning that the impact of an advertisement may take time to translate it into sales. And the second way is handing out leaflets in the main city. So the first advantage of this is low cost. So printing and distributing leaflets is relatively inexpensive compared to other forms of advertising, making it a cost-effective option. Second one is direct interaction. So leaflets handed out in person allow JJ to engage with potential customers directly in high traffic areas, increasing brand visibility. And the last one is local focus. So since JJ sells 70% of its product in country through shops, leaflets in a major city could generate immediate interest among the local customers. And its disadvantage, the first disadvantage would be limited reach. So leaflets only target people in the immediate vicinity, restricting the geographical scope of the promotion. Second disadvantage is low engagement. So many people may ignore or discard leaflets without reading them, reducing their effectiveness in the generating interest and sales. And the third one is environmental impact. So, given rising concern about sustainability, leafletting may be viewed negatively by some customers as wasteful. And the third way is point of sale display in shops. So its advantage is that there would be immediate influence on purchase decisions. So point of sale displays can directly influence customers who are already in shopping mindset. Encouraging impulse purchase, JJ can capture customers who are interested in jewelry and are actively shopping. And the second, again, I'm telling you that you don't just need to write one advantage and one disadvantage, but I have written three, so that I just want to broaden your mind. So the second one is cost effective for targeted sales. So setting up displays in shop where JJ's products are already sold allows for targeted promotion without the high cost of mass media campaign. And a third advantage is product visibility. So displays make the new product stand out, allowing customers to physically see and interact with it, which can help with product awareness and appeal. Disadvantage is that there will be limited reach because only customer who visit shops will see the product, limiting the reach compared to the broader promotional methods like magazines. Number two is dependent on retailers. So JJ would need to rely on shopkeepers to place and maintain displays properly, which may not always happen as expected. So, in conclusion, I would say that JJ should use point of sale display in shops to promote a new product, and I am going to write that why. So, my justification is that there is a high potential for immediate sales. So, since 70% of JJ sales come from in country retail shops, point of sale displays will directly target the majority of its existing customer base and capitalize on impulse buying behaviors. And the number two, why I'm saying that it is important because this is cost effective and targeted. So displays focus on customers who are already in jewelry shops and potentially ready to make purchase, making this method more both efficient and effective without the high cost associated with the magazine advertising. And I'm writing that why I'm negating the other. So while magazine advertising offers wider reach, the higher cost and delayed results make it less appealing in this situation. Similarly, leaflet distribution may not deliver the engagement need to drive sales effectively. So therefore, point of sale display present the best balance of impact, cost, and targeting. So this is my justification. Okay. So now see the other question. Okay, so question number three is explain four reasons why profit is important to a business. Okay, so first thing that why profit is important is that there is sustainability and survival. So profit is essential for long-term survival for a business. So here we don't need to write application because they didn't use the business name. So when they didn't use the business name, so it means that you don't need to write application. You are not even required to write application. So profit is essential for the long-term survival of a business. It enables the company to cover operating cost, reinvest the business, and withstand economic challenges. Without consistent profit, a business would struggle to remain operational and risk closure. And the second is reinvestment of growth. So profit provides the financial resources needed for expansion and innovation. So a profitable business can invest in new products, technology, and market opportunities, driving growth and improving the competitiveness. And the third one is that there would be uh, attracting investment. So if the profit is high, so you can attract the investors. So investors and shareholders are attracted to profitable business because they offer the potential for return on their investment. So profitability boosts investors' confidence, making it easier for a business, for a company to raise capital, whether through loans or equity investment to fund future growth. And the fourth reason is that profit would be rewarding owners and employees, of course. So profit allows business to reward their owners and shareholders through dividends. And it can also be used to provide incentives, bonus, and salary increase for employees. So this helps improve morale, retain talent, and ensure that workforce is motivated to contribute the company's success. So now let's see the other question. So in the B part, consider the opportunities and threats of e-commerce for JJ, which is likely to have the most effect on JJ. Justify your answer. Okay. So first of all, let's discuss about the opportunities. So e-commerce present both opportunities and threats for JJ. Here's a breakdown of each and followed by an analysis of which is likely to have the most significant effect on the JJ. So opportunities of e-commerce for JJ. The first one is that there is a access to a global market. So what does it mean? So e-commerce allows JJ to expand beyond country X and reach customers internationally, and this significantly increase the potential customer base, which is particularly important as JJ already sells 30% of its product online. By leveraging e-commerce, JJ can continue to grow its global presence and boost sales. Number two is reduce overhead cost. So by selling online, JJ can reduce the need for physical retail space and associated costs like rent, utilities, and in-store staffing. This could lead to higher profit margin, especially if JJ's e-commerce operations are optimized and run efficiently. Now, you just need to write only one threat and one opportunity, but I have written more so that you can gain maximum knowledge. So now let's discuss the threats of e-commerce. So there would be increased competition. So global nature of e-commerce exposes JJ more to more competitors, including the large international jewelry brands and smaller niche players. So these competitors may have advantages in pricing, brand. Okay, so these competitors may have advantages in pricing, brand recognition, or online marketing expertise, which could make it harder for JJ to stand out in a crowded market. So this is the first threat of using the e-commerce for JJ. And there are also others. I have written that there would be logistics and shipping challenges, and there would be cybersecurity risks, and they would be like it would be depend upon the technology. So now I have to make conclusion that which is most significant factor for JJ, whether this is opportunity or whether this is threats. So this is my conclusion part. So okay, so as you can see that I've written that opportunity is most significant factor for JJ. So now I'm going to justify it. So most significant effect on JJ would be opportunities. So JJ is likely to come from the opportunity to access a global market through e-commerce. This is because expanding sales beyond country X is critical to JJ's growth objective currently, and 70% of its sales are domestic. And while there is potential for further growth within country X, so reaching new international markets through e-commerce provides the greatest opportunity for scaling up the business. And given the rising demand for JJ's affordable jewelry, e-commerce enables JJ to tap into diverse markets where its products may have significant appeal. And the second reason is that why not threats. In my point of view, that why not threats are the most important factor. So now I'm going to justify it, that why not threats. So although competition and logistics present challenges, they are manageable within the right strategies. And JJ can differentiate itself through the unique jewelry designs, targeted online marketing, and strong customer service. So by improving logistics and ensuring a seamless shopping experience, the threats can be mitigated, and in contrast, the potential for global sales growth offer a far greater upside of for a long-term profitability and expansion. So in my conclusion, I would say that while JJ may benefit from a more flexible labor market, so reduction in domestic demand due to lower consumer spending is likely to have the most significant effect as a majority of JJ sales come from country X, and this could challenge the company's objective of increasing profit each year. Okay, so this is not related to this. Basically, this is, I think, the part of the other question. So, okay, so I justified that, okay, in my point of view, these threats are not um, I would say that more powerful. But yes, opportunities are more, or you can say that opportunities are greater than the threats. So this is my conclusion. So now let's see the other question. Okay, so in the fourth question, the question is that using appendix 2 and other information, explain two ways JJ might be affected. Using appendix 2 and other information, explain two ways JJ may be affected by the forecast increase in the unemployment in country X. Okay. So, okay. So the forecast increase in unemployment in country X rising from 3% to 6% by the end of the year could affect JJ in the following ways. So the first way is that there would be reduced domestic demand. So as unemployment increases, disposable income for many consumers will likely decrease. So this could lead to reduced spending on non-essential items such as jewelry. JJ, which sells 70% of its product domestically, may face lower sales within country X as fewer people can afford to buy even affordable luxury items like jewelry. And this could directly impact JJ's revenue and profit margin in its largest market. And the second is increased availability of labor. So higher employment may result in an increased availability of labor, providing JJ with an opportunity to hire more workers and particularly skilled labor. So at potentially lower wages. So JJ could benefit from a larger pool of applicants for both full-time and part-time positions, allowing it to manage production costs more effectively. However, this would only be advantageous if demand for its products remains strong, especially international markets. So we have done with this question, and now let's see the other one, the B part. So in B part, using appendix 3 and other information, consider the following two environmental issues. So when JJ manufactures its products, which issues should JJ choose to solve first? Justify your answer. So the first one is using coal for fuel in its factory. The number two is buying from suppliers that damage the environment. So now we first of all we are going to um write its effect, and after that we will be saying that which effect is more greater. Okay, so first of all, using coal for fuel its in its factory. So what would be its impact? So that would be contribution to global warming. So coal is a major source of carbon emissions, contributing significantly to global warming. By continuing to use coal, JJ risks harming its reputation as consumers and pressure groups become more environmentally conscious. Number two is that would be rising cost. So cost for coal is increasing, which will drive up JJ's production cost over time, and this could negatively affect JJ's profit margins, especially as it faces strong competition and pressure to maintain affordable prices. And now let's see the impact of second option. Buying from suppliers that damage the environment. So what would be its impact? So the first impact that it would be damaging the environment. So current mining practices for gemstones are causing long-term environmental harm as the land around the mines cannot be restored for agriculture use, and this could affect negative attention from pressure groups and environmentally conscious consumers, which may harm JD's image. Number two is ethical sourcing. So consumers are increasingly prioritizing ethical and sustainable products. If JD continues sourcing from environmentally harmful suppliers, it risks losing customers to competitors who offer ethically sourced jewelry. But you need to write only one, but I've written three. Now I am going to see that which issue should JJ solve first. So JJ should prioritize solving the issue of using coal for fuel in its factory, and why I'm going to justify it. So my justification is that cost savings and government support. So rising cost of coal is an immediate financial concern for JJ. Transitioning to solar energy with the help of the government grant, which is 25%, offers a long-term solution that can reduce energy costs and help JJ maintain profitability. Addressing this issue now would protect JJ from a further increase in coal prices and improve its cost structure while also benefiting from the government support. And I have written second justification also, but you need to write only one. The second justification is reputational benefit. So switching to solar energy would demonstrated JJ's commitment to reducing its carbon footprint, which could enhance its brand reputation. As global awareness of climate change grows, more customers and pressure groups are focusing on carbon emissions. So by acting on this issue, JJ can avoid negative publicity and appeal to environmentally conscious customer. And my conclusion. So JJ should address the use of coal for fuel in its factory first because it's offer immediate cost saving benefits aligned with government incentives and had a significant impact on JJ's environmental footprint. This decision would also improve JJ's public image and competitiveness in an increasingly eco conscious market. Once this issue is resolved, JJ can then focus on sourcing gemstones from environmentally sustainable suppliers. So this is it. This is for today, and I tried my best to give the best solution to you guys. And my request is that please subscribe to this channel and share this channel with your other fellows and your class fellows and your mates, your friends, and maybe with your relatives, your cousins, so that they can also know that, okay, this girl has a channel and she has been uploading many videos since so long, and this is my reward. And if any one of you, if you want my online classes, so I'm also giving my online sessions to students. So if you are willing to have sessions from me for May June 2025, so you can um, text me on WhatsApp, and you can have the all information related to my timings, related to my charges, and whatever the other things you want to know. Okay, goodbye.